Mrs. Hübner, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, distinguished MEPs, ladies and gentlemen, I'll try to be very brief. First, I want to say that I feel a little bit odd because I returned to the European Parliament under the roof of which I worked quite a while, trying to think both according to Romanian interests, but also according to the logic which is underpinning the European project, which is both a political and economic project. I'm glad that we could have among us today Mrs. Danuta Hübner. I tried very hard to have her among us today because I thought that she could say, or could deliver pieces of wisdom as to why the absorption of EU funds, investing in R&D, combining investment in infrastructure with thinking long-term, which means investing in education, is the magical combination which could produce durable economic growth. The platform, the European Development Platform, has a presumptuous name. In a way, one could say, look, here in Romania, you set up a vehicle, you want to, why do you call it a European vehicle? When its origin clearly is Romanian and most of the companies are Romanians. And yeah, it can give a pause for thinking to not a few people, but at the end of the day, it is my deep conviction that the rationale for such a vehicle is clearly defined. The new member states exhibit a quite large variety of circumstances, and the crisis which has hit them quite badly shows that though we are in the same boat in many respects, there are major peculiar features for this for the new member states. For Romania, the absorption of EU funds is more urgent because it's an economy which is coming from behind, which has a pretty precarious infrastructure, which has huge opportunities, which has the two previous speakers have emphasized, but it's not easy to turn to good account these opportunities. This vehicle, the European Development Platform, will make good on its promises and will be able to deliver to the extent the members of the European Development Platform will make good on their own programs and their objectives. The culture of follow-up is not great in our region. So, starting with an event under the roof of the European Parliament, having such a ceremony is not indicative of the prospects of success of such an endeavor. But it's a good beginning. Again, in my view, it depends very much on the dedication of the companies, which are members of this platform, on the dedication to the values of the European project, how they understand to communicate among themselves, to communicate with other companies around Europe, how they are capable of lifting their European profile. If we succeed in all these regards, so much the better. And the platform will prove to be viable and will bring benefits to all of you. I don't want to say more. I believe that all of you are dedicated to such aims because it's in your interest. As far as I'm concerned, when I was asked by Mrs. Pavloiu, by Mrs. Irina Sokol and others to become involved, I felt that it's worthwhile trying to do something good. And we shall see. Because this crisis is unusual, it's very deep. It combines the economic crisis with the financial crisis against the background of the economic rise of Asia. We have the effects of climate change, the crisis of sovereign debt, poorly functioning financial markets. So there is so much on the plate which could impede, it's be a handicap for making such, not only this platform, but the programs of companies in all kind of fields to be much unaccomplished, much below when it comes to fulfillment, the range of targets. So we should be hopeful. We should try to do as the Chinese saying says, that one should use a crisis as an opportunity, and we should do our best. Again, thank you for being here, and let's make the platform be viable as an endeavor, not only of you as distinguished companies, distinguished NGOs, distinguished individuals, but in conjunction with efforts which are being undertaken all over Europe. Thank you.